Today I'm going to show you how to make bruschetta. First, we're going to start out with our mise en place. Some of the equipment that you'll need is a cutting board, a chef knife, a medium-sized metal bowl with a rubber spatula. You'll also need equipment to measure. Right now I have a 1/4 cup, dry measuring cup, a set of measuring spoons, a straight edge spatula, and a spoon for the cheese. You'll also need a small glass bowl to put your liquid ingredients in. So let's start out by measuring. You're gonna start with 12 pieces of bread for your group of 4. 4 Roma tomatoes, I have 2 for the demonstration. The recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic and 2 tablespoons of basil. 2 tablespoons of basil should be either 2 large leaves like this or a small bunch. To start out, I'm gonna measure my 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. You can use the spoon to scoop it in. And then you will use your straight edge spatula to level it off. And you'll want to put that right into your silver bowl. For the garlic, you'll need to peel it. So the best way to do that is to take this rough edge off with your chef's knife. And then you can peel the skin. If it has become too tough or sticky to get it off, the other way you could do it is by taking this flat side of your chef knife and pushing it down, and this makes it easier to peel. Comes right off. There we go. You'll also notice if you push down on your garlic and you open it up, there is, we like to call it an eye, that middle part, you can pull that out. So then you're gonna wanna mince your garlic. So you'll start with the heel of your blade and you'll go down. Slicing it, and then you'll want to move it and do it again. Then once you have a small pile, you'll use your mincing form and you'll go down like this. Occasionally you'll have to collect it and do it again. It's going to get stuck on your chef knife, so remember, go down instead of with the blade. Smaller the garlic, the better. We don't really love taking large bites of it. So be patient and keep mincing. Then you'll put that right in your silver bowl. For our basil, you want to remove the stem. Actually, this can be my garbage bowl. And we're going to use the chiffonade technique. So if you roll your basil, then you're going to start slicing with the heel of your chef knife again. This is a chiffonade. So you'll want to take your little pile and then start mincing. Sometimes it's easier to move your knife than it is to move the product. Put that in our bowl. And lastly, we need to cut up our tomatoes. So what you'll do is you want to get a small dice, so you take the cap off. And again, this is an appetizer that we're making, so smaller the dice, the better. The best thing to do is stack them up. You can do this in a couple different ways. You'll want to slice up each tomato and then turn it so you can do it again. Remember, smaller the better. Tomatoes move, so you'll need to be extremely careful with your chef's knife. Once you have it small, you put it in your bowl. Please remember that our knives are very sharp and that the tomato moves. If you would like even smaller tomatoes on your bruschetta, you may mince them. All right, you will have 4 tomatoes in yours, but for the sake of the demonstration, I only did 1. So you want to mix all of that up with your rubber spatula. And then we're also missing our liquid ingredients. The recipe calls for 1½ teaspoons of balsamic vinegar, so you will have to do 1 1/2 by using 2 spoons, sorry. So what you'll do is do 1. And 2. Give it a little tap. You'll need 1 teaspoon of oil. And then I need a 1/4 salt, or a 1/4 teaspoon salt and a 1/4 teaspoon pepper. I just have a salt and pepper mix right here that I'm gonna add. And then you're gonna incorporate that into your mixture. Use your rubber spatula to get everything out of there. You don't wanna leave any of the balsamic behind. There we go. Then you're gonna mix it up. Then you're gonna have each of your breads already on plates for your group. And you'll take a spoon, and all you're going to do is put about a spoon full of the mixture on each one. And this is bruschetta.